Kahala Yahweh Shibya Oshai Bahashimakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them, that taught us his truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word, the truth and the sincerity, the hope of the elect tabernacle of David, the Aquat that are listening and ready to be a pillar of rest, the 144,000, the 1/3, the hopeful elect of Israel. All right, so we're waiting for the bombs to drop in Iran, okay? Because missiles been flying already, but we're about to watch missiles fly, all right? And this is the beginning, right, of the end or whatever. Revelation 16:21, and there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. This is what came to me. I said every one about the weight of a talent. Every stone about the weight of a talent. And men blaspheme the Most High because of the plague of the hail. What is the plague? We'll investigate that. So this is talking about nukes, not necessarily ICBMs. These nukes can be fired from a U-boat, submarine, right? The ones that go from one end of the earth to the other, that's an ICBM. But this hail, a great hail, right? Hail, stone, these are missiles. Or the warhead, for that matter. Okay? That's the warhead. Okay? And I'm going to read the whole thing. Revelation 16:21, and there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent, and men blasphemed the Most High because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great. What is the plague of the hail? Okay, the hail is the warhead being delivered by the missile. Okay, but the plague of the hail is what? Let's get that in Zechariah 14:12. Let's read about the plague of the hail. Right? And this shall be the plague, right? Wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. What is that? The plague is that nuclear fire, really, and then what comes with it. The plague of the hail is radiation. Let's just call it that. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. That's that fire and radiation. Radiated fire, right? A thermonuclear fire, all right? What comes with it? Let's go back, right? It's the plague of the hail, to be specific. Okay? Let's lock it right here. Let's read a couple of these. NIV. From the sky, huge hailstones, each weighing about 100 pounds. What hail weighs 100 pounds? These are warheads. Missiles, missile delivery system, warhead, fell on people, and they cursed the Most High on account of the plague of the hail, because the plague was so terrible. Okay? There was a terrible hailstorm. The hailstones weighing as much as 75 pounds, right? 75 to 100, fell from the sky onto people. So there's heaven, right? What heaven? Out of heaven, what? The sky. From the sky onto people. Out of heaven upon men. All right? This is what we're dealing with. So, what are we doing right now? We're waiting. Let's get this real quick. Smith that bloweth. Right? Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I, the Most High Yahweh Shem Shai, have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. These are those missiles, which we will investigate in Joel 2, right after we watch this. Of course, the devil wants to distract us. That truly matters. They're going to strike the Persians, right? How are they going to do it? Missile strikes. Everybody, even a rocket, right? These rockets, Estes, Century, right? That's what we used to play with when we were kids. Yeah? Estes and Century? Let's see what that brings about. And I mean, just having a little fun. We used to do this when we were kids. All right? So we know a few things about it. What did I have? Follow the groove to the Alpha 3, Alpha, right? Red Max and all those good ones, right? Let's see. Scissor Wing Trip. Let's see. Yeah. Mosquito. Scissor Wing Transport. There's a scissor wing. Anyway, yeah, we grew up doing this, right? And what are they doing? They got some big ones, right? That you go to a fly off, right? And that's what Hamas is over there doing. And what they call Hezbollah. Oh, they made some rocket. So you got rockets, you got missiles, right? Big Bertha, right? Scissor Wing. I remember getting this. 74. It was about 75. Scissor Wing Transport. You call it what it is. You put it up in it, it's built into it, and you put a fresh engine in, you get the little launcher, right? And you launch that thing, and it would do what the hell it does. I was doing that in like, wow. First rocket had to be 3rd or 4th grade. Which I can't even tell you. But anyway, it's the same concept. I remember having this in 74, 75. Right? What does that look like? The X-24 Bug. Remember having it. It was with Alpha 3 with my first rockets. Anyway. Right? So anyway, yeah. This is what this is what is about to go down over here anyway. So let's this is CBN News 1 hour ago. Ready to strike. This is like a Christian channel. Christian Brown. I think it's Pat Robertson's.
As the U.S. is ready to strike back against the terror groups that killed 3 American service members.
Who are the terror? Who are the? Okay, ask the Arabs who the terrorists are, and they'll say, "Oh, that's easy. That's the big Satan." You pointing fingers saying, "There's the terrorists." Right? Now, who is the ultimate terrorist? Who is the great and terrible God, if you will? Right? Great and terrible. Al-Shadji, right? Terrible demon-like God. Yahweh.
Targets could come at any time and last over several days.
Okay, so we're waiting for the bombs to drop. All right, when you understand, as soon as that happens, escalation.
American service members. The strikes on multiple targets could come at any time and last over several days.
Remember shock and awe in Iraq? They've been waiting to get to this for a while. If we go back to Stanley, what's his name? The general who gave the list of countries we were going to bomb, and Iran was last on the list. I forget. Forget.
The fighting in Israel continues on several fronts in Gaza, along the Lebanese border, and extending to the biblical lands of Judea and Samaria. Chris Mitchell reports on the conflict from Jerusalem.
Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant warned on Monday that the window for a diplomatic solution with Lebanon is closing.
There will be a stage when our patience will run out, and our ability to contain this matter will expire. And as a result of this, we may end up with forceful action.
Hezbollah, Iran's largest proxy in the region, has been...
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Hezbollah deals with Estes and Century rockets. Rocket fire.
waging a low-scale war against Israel on its northern border since just after the October 7th Hamas attack. Gallant said Israel's home front is preparing for war and warned Lebanon.
Salakia.
What you saw in Gaza can be copied to Lebanon, and the Air Force dedicates a small part of its force to Gaza. It keeps a large part of its force on standby. In order to deal with the northern scenario, I hope we don't get to this situation, but we are prepared in this matter.
The fighting also spreading to Judea and Samaria, also known as the West Bank, where Israeli forces
Judea and Samaria, right out of the scriptures. Okay? So to say that this is not biblical, right? To say that this isn't a holy war, right? Because, hey, the Most High is the one conducting this thing, all right? He's the one that gave the smith the plans, right, to bring forth that instrument. The weapons actually belong to the Most High. They're his weapons, the weapons of his indignation.
carried out a raid in a hospital in Jenin. Hospital security camera footage shows disguised undercover Israeli agents entering the hospital.
Medea, right? Big Mama's house. Hey, we coming in to raid in disguise. We're disguised as women. They shall be as women.
She'll say they killed 3 Hamas terrorists on the verge of launching a terror attack. Afterwards, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met with IDF troops in the area and told them Judea and Samaria.
Look how clean their uniforms are. Are we even at battle? What are we doing? No, we're dropping bombs. We're not in hand-to-hand combat. We're not firing, maneuvering. We're not in a wedge formation. We're shaking hands. Who are these people? Okay? Where's the dirt? Right? Look how pristine and clean and happy and smiling. Right? Look at this. Crazy.
A critical front in the war.
This is an arena that is not just important, it is super important. I know that you invest in it, both in defense and attack. It seems to me that since the beginning of this year, even more so, of course, since the beginning of the war, 1,000 terrorists have already been eliminated here, and there's more to be done, including today in Jenin.
At the White House today, Strategic Affairs Minister Ron Dermer will meet with National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan to discuss the ongoing war and negotiations to secure the release of the remaining hostages.
It ain't even about no damn hostages. Are there hostages in Lebanon? right? No. So why are they about to go heads up with Lebanon? Ain't no hostages over there. They pulled out of Gaza getting their ass whooped, according to Scott Ritter. All right. So this is, hey, who can turn it back? Who can turn the missile back? The missile is in full force. It's burning off stage one, going into stage.
In the meantime, President Biden says he's decided how to respond to Sunday's deadly attack on U.S. troops in Jordan. The U.S. reportedly will strike multiple targets over several days, targeting Iran-backed forces in the region that supplied and carried out the attack.
Remember shock and awe in Iran, Salakia in Iraq, in ancient Babylon? Well, here we go again. Because this devil won't be satisfied with blood. He don't know when to stop. Okay, he can't even see his demise in this whole thing. Scott Ritter can. He's like, oh, you guys are barking up the wrong tree right there. Because all they do is drop a couple of bombs. You ain't ready for no ground war or anything like that. But you're going to be suckered into one. Okay? And that draft is going to start. They're going to start forcing a situation because you're getting, the Most High, right, is doing what? He's hardening Pharaoh's heart. So that what? He yet durst fight. They got to know that they're getting in over their heads, but, hey, Most High's heart.
Meanwhile, for the first time, the UN is turning its attention to sexual assault by Hamas during the October 7th attacks.
Here we go, the propaganda.
The UN has been criticized for its silence over the rape, torture, and murder of Jewish women. Israel's First Lady, Michal Herzog, met with Pramila Patten, the UN Special Representative on Sexual Violence and...
See, now this is where CBN and whose side they're on. I'm done with this. Go back and watch the rest of it. We're waiting for the bombs to drop. Ready to strike. Any moment now, right? All the news is going to go from whatever bullshit, the border and the wall, and then it's going to go to, oh, guess what? We're at war. Okay, with Persia. Right? Remember the Medo-Persian Empire? These fools are not playing. Go back and check the record when the last time Persia or Iran had to go to war, and ain't nobody trying to mess with them because they know better than that, right? Who can turn it back? Nobody can turn this thing around. Okay? You can't do it. You can't turn this thing around. Go to 2nd Ezra 16. Sword. What is this sword? Okay. Fiery flying serpent. Glittering sword. Start at the top, 2nd Ezra 16 and 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at it. A sword. What is a sword? How do you send a sword? Right? You unguard a sword and you use it, but how do you send it? A sword is sent, and who may turn it back? That's not talking about pugilistic warfare. This is talking about a missile. Okay? Or in this case, what we see, Babylon the Great is about to do. What do? They're ready to strike. Nobody can turn it back. Nobody could turn this World War III around. No peace and safety but sudden destruction. All right? So, just keep your eye, right, is the point. Keep your eye on Iran because in a minute, all the headlines, right, See Texas, hostage. That's Gaza, right? Right here. Iran threatens to respond to any U.S. strikes. That's called the escalation. What are we waiting for? U.S. strikes. All right. These are the headlines.
Why is this war not allowed?
These are the headlines. Okay. What does the headline say? Escalation of World War III. That's what it says. All right. So let's look at a little bit of
In the meantime, I do want to get to the latest here as we continue to follow more on the Middle East fight right now. This is actually a live look over at the Israel-Gaza border right there on your screen. Iran now issuing a threat against the U.S., saying that it will, quote, decisively respond to any American attack on the Islamic Republic. This comes as the U.S. linked Iran to the killing of 3 American soldiers at a military.
So how is Babylon the Great gonna attack? Shock. S-H-O-C-K. Damn. Iraq. See what shock and awe in Iraq was. I love going there. Footage from 03 invasion of Iraq. Which one do I want? This one? Let's go here.
From CBS News headquarters in New York, here is Dan Rather.
Seems so long ago.
It was just over 90 minutes beyond President Bush's deadline for Saddam Hussein to leave Iraq that U.S. warships and planes, there were F-117 stealth bombers involved, launched the opening salvo of Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Okay, so we'll be watching one of these breaking news. They just launched a shock and awe campaign in Persia. And then what? What's going to happen? Well, all the Arabs are going to say, this is what we've waited for. This is it, boys. This is war. Right? Floated into the summer sky as 99 red balloons go by. Right?
The attack came in waves, cruise missiles powered by the F-117s.
Cruise missiles. F-117s were dropping what missiles?
F-117 stealth bombers with
Stealth bombers dropping what? Missiles. Bombs. Warheads.
bunker busting bombs. The target, a bunker believed to be sheltering what are called top leaders of the Iraqi regime. Now, this is what it looked and sounded like in Baghdad. It was this short, and this is what happened.
And it's cracking. It's on cracking. Now, simultaneously, as they're dropping bombs, they got paratroopers dropping in, right? They got ground troops coming in. We're not going to see that in Persia. They're not that stupid. This is a whole different fight. What happened with Iraq, the Iraqis, they're not going to go in like that. They're going to stay the fuck out off the ground, and they're just going to drop missiles and say, okay, we got you back, your turn, and see how that, because everything's different now. This ain't 20 years ago, right? And Iraq is not the Persians. The Persians are ready. Saddam wasn't ready. So anyway, let's go back to who can turn it back. All right. A sword, this is 2 Ezra 16:3. A sword is set upon you, and who may turn it back? Okay. About to get crazy out here. Right? This is an ICBM. Real quick, look at this. Second Ezra 16:7. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. That is just a missile or a rocket, right? A warhead. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? This is the most highest project, the whole thing. Okay. And here's the ICBM. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. Salakia. 2 Ezra 16:13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, that's a silo. His arrows, that's the missile, that he shooteth are sharp, and they shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. That's the ICBM. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. Okay? The fire is kindled, should not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow, which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. So here we are. We're waiting for the other shoe or the missiles to drop. So with that, we hope that the elect were edified. Keep your eye on the television or whatever, the computer screen. Wait for that, for this, right? This is how they did it then. How are they going to do it now? You know, they got presentations already ready to sway public opinion, right? The war of public opinion. Hey, we're at war. All right, so with that, we hope the elect ratified, brother. Sister Shalom.